everyone, this is Josfeg Network TV bringing to you more accurate news from all around the world. Please kindly subscribe to our channel if you're yet to do so, and if you have done so, we say a very big thank you. Now to the news. Who is afraid of Aisha Buhari? It's a big question. Who is really afraid of Aisha Buhari? The jury is finally out. The Buhari presidency is in disarray. The center is gradually giving way. How this will eventually end is a matter of conjunction. From the very beginning, when the president took ill, resulting in his taking a long medical leave, there arose widespread speculations of infighting over control of the layer of power in the villa. The president's absence, even when he officially handed over power to his vice, as demanded by the Constitution, stroke rivalry between presidential aides, including the Chief of Staff, Vice President, and President Muhammadu Buhari's uncle. Although there were very feeble attempts by the presidency to dismiss such speculations, the more it tries, the greater it grows. The first confirmed statement from inside the presidency that all was indeed not right came from the wife of the president, Aisha Buhari, who confessed that indeed the Buhari administration has been hijacked by fair-weather politicians and people who never contributed anything to the success of the Buhari's presidency. She warned then that if nothing was done to address the apparent slide, she will not back her husband next time around. At that time, Aisha, in an interview with BBC Hausa service, explained that the president does not know 45 out of 50 of the people he appointed and don't know them either, despite being his wife of 27 years. She went on to point out that some people who did not share the vision of the ruling All Progressive Party Congress, APC, were not appointed to top posts because of the influence a few people wielded. Some people are sitting down in their homes, folding their arms, only for them to be called to come and head an agency or ministerial position, she declared. Buhari, who was on an official visit at the time the interview broke, was asked at a press conference to respond to his wife's accusation. Standing next to his host, German Chancellor, Buhari said, "I don't know which party my wife belongs to, but she belongs to my kitchen and my living room and the other room." But who is Aisha Buhari? Given the narrative laid out by the president that the wife belongs to the kitchen and bedroom, the other room, it is already clear that Aisha's role should not exceed that of a full-time housewife whose job is to have children, take care of the family and home, and never be heard. In fact, going by Islamic belief and practice in the North, women are neither expected to be seen nor heard. It is a society that places a high premium on women respecting their husband and practicing their religion without question. The North is a highly conservative society and quite comfortable with that way of life and frown at any slightest hint of cultural infatuation. But Mrs. Buhari has demonstrated a clean break with this sort of harmony, where women and girls are held down in as housewives, cooks, reproductive machines, etc. While fulfilling her marital vows, she had come out forcefully to challenge the status quo and to encourage other women, not only in the north but also across Nigeria, to stand up for their rights and speak when their rights are tampered with or upon. The First Lady is cutting a clear image as someone who stands with the people, injustice, and believe in the enforcement of the right of every Nigerian. She has stepped forward, even at the risk of her own life, to speak truth to power and took on her husband's aid where perhaps he has exhibited very poor supervisory role. At one occasion, the First Lady raised the alarm over the incident of Boko Haram attack on innocent citizens, challenging the security agencies to rise to the occasion before the electorate are wiped out. Hear her. The security agents should either assist to take action or allow the situation to continue until bandits finish killing our people, she said, while calling on people of goodwill to speak up and abolish a culture of silence that has pervaded the politics. She added that it is not right to walk and enthrone a government and then watch as bandits reign supreme and unchallenged. According to her, it is compulsory to speak the truth. It is not proper for us to give the highest number of votes during the general elections and allow bandits to continue killing people and keep quiet. We must speak on whatever is going wrong in the country. Not too long ago, Mrs. Buhari said the federal government social investment program SIP have failed in the north. She potentially accused the SIP officials of neglecting people in Kano and Adamawa, her states, arguing that it would appear the strategy adopted by SIP is not impactful. According to her, I have never asked how the money is being used or is being given out. I meant barristers. One of the presidential aide on SIP once, and he promised me that for my state, Adamawa, we should get 30,000 women to be given 10,000 naira. Up till now, I haven't heard from him. I don't want to raise the alarm that my state does not benefit from it, where SGF came from. I kept quiet because I don't want people to say that I talk too much. But the First Lady appeared to be a lonely voice in the wilderness. She has remained the biblical John the Baptist, a forerunner who has thrown caution to the wind and decided to warn Nigerians and the world that it is not well in the presidency of Nigeria. Her latest outburst against presidential spokesman Mr. Shehu, in which he is accused of meddling in the affairs of the first family and going beyond his belief in calling off an NTA interview in which she spoke about what is going on in the presidency and threatening to sack the NTA staff and outlawing her position as First Lady is a clear indication that all is not well. The question is, who is after the First Lady and why? She has said it repeatedly that the presidency has been hijacked by a cabal. It is becoming clear that this cabal includes Abba Daura, the chief of staff to the president, and Buhari's uncle, respectively. The chief of staff to the president is a role created and recognized by the Constitution for the occupier of that seat to run the president's secretariat, including supervising his personal staff or appointees. By this role, Abba is the closest person to the president after his wife. In the case of Mamman Daura, it will be the first time a presidential uncle will become an alter ego in the presidency to the point of taking residence with his entire family in the presidential villa. To begin with, Daura has no constitutional responsibility in the presidency, so why is he there? So much distraction for the first family. So why are they after the president's wife? There are lots of conspiracy theory foiled by the division in the presidency. Recall the unfortunate incident that occurred during the late President Umar Yar'Adua era, when yet another cabal from Katsina took the nation on the right for several months. The true state of the late president's health was not unknown until it was busted. There is a particular conspiracy theory by Nnamdi Kanu claiming that Buhari is dead and buried in Saudi Arabia, and that the Queen of England, Queen Elizabeth, paid them a condolence message, sent them a condolence message to the federal government, commemorating with it over Buhari's death. Kanu claimed in several videos that Buhari has been replaced by an imposter named Jubril from South Sudan. Although Buhari, during a trip to Poland, broke his silence to address the cloning or body double controversy, the speculations have refused to go away and largely foiled by the infighting and rivalry in the presidency. The question then is, what is the cabal fighting over control of if Buhari is in charge? There are documented instances to show that the president may not have the presence of mind and capacity to lead a complex country that Nigeria is. This is why the cabal has appropriated his responsibility and taken charge of Nigerians' affairs. For instance, at the ministerial inauguration, the president directed all the ministers to deal directly with the chief of staff on matters relating to meetings with him and other matters. What then will the president be doing after delegating his constitutional responsibility to his chief of staff? He told the newly inaugurated ministers that in times of coordination, kindly ensure that all submissions for my attention or meeting requests be cancelled through the be channeled through the chief of staff, while all Federal Executive Council matters be coordinated through the secretary to the government of the Federation. It will also be recalled that from the inception of Buhari's presidency, Buhari has been the only one to present documents for Buhari's approval, even in matters relating to assent of bills where the National Assembly leadership is usually in attendance. Just last month, Kayari drew the angles of civil liberty organization and several other activities for jetting out to London with the amended deep offshore bill for Buhari, who was vacating in London to sign. No other legislator accompanied him on that trip. So how does this affect the First Lady, given the scenario that played out during the late Yar'Adua's era? It appears the cabal already aware of Aisha's non-conforming stance has decided to keep her away as much as it can from the corridor of power so as not to rock the boat. While former First Lady Torai Yaradua headed the cabal during her late husband's era, the present cabal views the president's wife as an outsider who can not be trusted. If there is anything the cabal is concealing, it is believed that once the First Lady is privy to such information, she could possibly let the cat out of the bag. On the accusation leveled against Shehu of being disloyal to the first family and taking orders from the cabal, it is possible that Shehu, who operates within the presidency, already understands power relations and who call the shots. It is doubtful that Shehu will take orders from a Daura or Kayari if he had access to his principal or if his principal was in charge. The First Lady is gradually emerging as a defender of the voiceless people and a fearless advocate of freedom of speech and expression. Nigeria should seize this opportunity and look beyond sentiments at the veil message she is transmitting, which is join me to rescue Nigerians from the hands of the self-styled cabals. Well, I mean, who is really afraid of Aisha? Buhari. From this particular news, you can see what is happening. And I mean, just take your own take about it and give us what you think about it by sending your comments to the comment box. And please don't forget, kindly subscribe to our channel if you're yet to do so. And if you have done so, we say thank you. Bye.